Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL Drill. This is part 3 of the reading B. Every success story is also a story of great failures from the first unit. Okay, let me read the first paragraph here. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force and also teach us humility. In grief, you'll find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victors, not victims. Fear and doubt short-circuit the mind. Ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn from this experience? Only then you'll be able to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. Well, let's understand this. Setbacks. What are setbacks? Setbacks are difficulties, problems, obstacles, hindrances. So anything that stops us from doing something is a setback. Now these setbacks, difficulties and problems are inevitable in life. What does that mean? Inevitable means certain to happen, sure to happen, and another meaning is unavoidable. So if something is inevitable, you cannot avoid it. It means it is sure to happen. It is certain to happen. We cannot stop it. So difficulties in life are common. They are unavoidable. And look at this here. How can a setback act? A setback can act as a driving force. So a driving force is somebody or something that has the power to make something happen. For example, a person is motivated by his or her teacher. The teacher motivates him, pushes him further so that he can try and achieve something. Now, who do you think is the driving force behind the student's success? The teacher. So it can be, sometimes it can be a person, it can be a situation. Sometimes situations also help us as driving force. And this setback, difficulty or failure or problem can teach us humility. What is humility? Humility is the quality of not being proud. This is the opposite of pride. Pride, humility; proud, humble. So a setback can teach us how to be humble but not proud. In grief, you'll find courage and faith to overcome the setback. This is a simple word. Anyway, let's have a look at the meaning. Grief means sorrow, great sadness. So when you are in sorrow, when you experience great sadness, you will find courage and faith to overcome the failure, setback, that problem. So what do we need to learn from this? We need to learn to become victors, but not victims. These are simple words too. Anyway, let's have a look at them. We need to learn to become victors. It means here successful people, winners. We need to learn to become winners, but not victims. Victims means sufferers or losers. So we don't want to be sufferers. We don't want to be losers. We want to be victors. Fear and doubt short-circuit the mind. You know what happens when an electric short circuit happens? In the same way, fear and doubt cannot exist together. So you should not have fear and doubt in your mind. If it happens, you will not be able to achieve anything. So fear and doubt, if they exist together in your mind, you lose your confidence. So you should avoid it. Ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn from this experience? Only then will you be able to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. Okay, what is this stepping stone? A stumbling block. A stumbling block is a situation that causes difficulty. A situation that stops us from going ahead. A situation that stops us from achieving something we want to achieve. But what do we need to do according to the author Shivkera? We need to use the stumbling block as a stepping stone and move further. So stumbling block, something that you stumble upon and then you fall, that is failure. But you need to use failures as stepping stones and move forward. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. The motivation to succeed comes from the burning desire to achieve a purpose. Napoleon Hill wrote, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." What a wonderful quote. Napoleon Hill, so a famous author on personal success literature. He wrote many books. The famous one among those books is this Think and Grow Rich. So this is a very popular book. So anyone who wants to achieve personal success should read this book. They cannot miss this book. Okay, this man said, so how can anyone get motivation to succeed? It all comes from the burning desire. So burning desire. Desire is, the act of, or maybe wanting to do something, wanting to achieve something. That's desire. Now, burning desire is a strong desire to achieve a purpose. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." Now here, conceive means here to form an idea. If our mind can form an idea in itself, and the mind believes that it is possible, that's it. Anything is possible. The mind can achieve it. Okay, let's move on and see what it means. With a strong desire, one can achieve anything. Okay, let's move forward. A young man asked Socrates the secret to success. Socrates told the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. They met. Socrates asked the young man to walk with him toward the river. When the water got up to their neck, Socrates took the young man by surprise and ducked him into the water. It's a wonderful story. So this is very self-explanatory. You can understand it, but let me help you to understand it better. Socrates, the great Greek philosopher, was approached by a young man. A young man went to Socrates and asked him to teach him the secret to success. You know, people like Socrates, great people like Socrates, always wanted to teach people by live examples, by demonstrating, by illustrating everything, not with just words. So Socrates knew what he was going to do. So he asked the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. But when Socrates, when the young man met him the next morning, Socrates took him into the river, and when the water got up to their necks, Socrates suddenly ducked the man into the water. So ducked. What does that duck mean? To duck somebody means to push somebody underwater and hold them there for a short time. Now, this was very unexpected from Socrates. Now, the boy did not guess that Socrates was going to do anything like this. He was shocked. Anyway, he was underwater. Let's see what happened. The boy struggled to get out, but Socrates was strong and kept him there until the boy started turning blue. Socrates pulled his head out of the water, and the first thing the young man did was to gasp and take a deep breath of air. Socrates asked, "What did you want the most when you were there?" The boy replied, "Air." Socrates said, "That is the secret to success. When you want success as badly as you wanted the air, then you will get it. There is no other secret." What a wonderful way to teach the secret to success. First question that the young man was asked by Socrates was this: what did you want the most when you were underwater? So the usual reply was air. Socrates said, that is the secret to success. What is the secret to success? It's not air. It's not air. But how badly this young man wanted to have air when he was underwater What's the secret to success? And you know what it is? That's the burning desire to achieve something. The young man, when he was underwater, he had a strong desire to get air. So at any cost, he wanted to get some air, so that he could survive. When he came out, this young man, when he came out, the first thing he did was to gasp like that, because he was unable to breathe underwater. Now he took a gasp and then took a deep breath of air. Now this young man started turning blue. So when a person starts turning blue, he or she is unable to breathe air, and then what happens is the body feels cold to touch, and then the color of the skin also changes, because the blood color changes, because there is a lack of oxygen in the body. Okay, let's move on. A burning desire is the starting point of all accomplishment. Just like a small fire cannot give much heat, a weak desire cannot produce great results. Look at this here. There's a small candle, and this candle produces heat, light and then heat, but it's not much. It's a small fire and it does not produce much heat. Okay, let's have a look at this here. This is a big fire, and this big fire produces much heat. So what is the point that we are trying to make here? See, a small fire is like a weak desire, or a weak desire is like small fire. Just like small fire does not produce much heat, a weak desire does not produce great result. And if fire is big, it produces much heat. In the same way, if our desires are strong, they produce great results. I hope you have understood well. Let's move further. So, Shokera concludes these success stories with a poem. So this poem is wonderful too. There is a lot of meaning in it. If you think you are beaten, you are. Yes. If you think you are defeated, if you think you are beaten, you are already defeated. There is no need to try. If you think you dare not, you don't. Can be understood easily. If you think you are not daring enough to do something, you are not. If you dare not, if you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but you think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. So try to understand this one. Everything is in the state of mind. If you like to win but you think you can't, now most of us are like this. We like to win, but somehow we think we can't. What happens then? It's almost a cinch you won't win. It's almost a cinch you won't win. So what is cinch here? Cinch is a thing that is certain to happen, that is sure to happen. Now, when we like to win but we think we can't win, it's almost certain thing. It's almost sure that we won't win. If you think you'll lose, you are lost already. No need to try. For out in the world, we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. For, here for has a different meaning from the regular one. So for here means because. So if you think you will lose, you are lost, because out in the world, out in this real world, a tough world, we find that success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the willpower. It's all in the state of mind. It means if your state of mind is such that you think you will win, you will win. But if your state of mind is such that you don't think you will win, you will not win. So shall we move on to the next part of the poem? If you think you are outclassed, you are. So if you think you are outclassed, you are. So if you think you are outclassed means if you think others are better than you. If you think others are better than you, or if you think you are not as good as other people. If you think so, you are already so. You have got to think high to rise. You have got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. So before you ever win a prize or before you achieve anything, you have to be sure of yourself. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to have that faith in yourself. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger and faster man. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger and faster man. What does this mean? Look at this here. Life's battles don't always go to means life's battles are not always won by the stronger and faster man. So it's not the stronger people, it's not the faster people that always win. Who are those who can win then? Who can win then? Look at the last two lines here. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Sooner or later, if not now, in the future, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. So if you believe that you can do, you can. If you don't believe that you can do, you cannot do. So that's all about in this third part, and this is the end of the reading B. Every success story is also a story of great failures. We have learned that every success story has had many failures. So without failures, one cannot achieve success. At least it's not possible in all cases. Once or twice, without much effort, we can be successful. There are several things that contribute to such things, such successes. But we are not talking about that. In general, failures take us towards success. Failures means more efforts. When we put in more efforts, there is a chance that you succeed. Okay, so we must be thankful to Shiv Khera for compiling such great stories of great people. Okay, so that's it in this video. I just want to remind you again that there is a great resource available in the form of esldil.com. That's my website. So you have plenty of quizzes. I mean, more than 50 tests and counting. So I'll be adding more and more every day. And then they are designed in a way that they provide fun to revise lessons. Like this, you have a question and then 3 options, and then you can see answer immediately and then check if your answer is correct or incorrect and move on to the next one. At the end you submit, you get the instant result. So there's no need to wait for the result. And then there are leaderboards to check your progress and then how well you are doing when compared to the other people, other students. Okay, so the lessons are listed in a proper way so that you can access them easily. So don't forget to visit esldil.com. So and try to register an account. The first unit's quizzes are free, absolutely free. You can try, and if you like, you can purchase an account. That's not a big amount. It's very simple. Okay, so I hope to see you on my website esldil.com. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. That helps me a lot. And if you subscribe, that will encourage me to create more such videos. Thank you very much.